What's going on, everybody? Okay, you're gonna hear a lot of noise in the background because the wife's cooking some food. The kids are watching TV. That's all I got. I was tagged by Triple C to do 10 slab submission thing. Problem is I don't have 10 slabs. I'm not much of a slabbing person. I don't slab much. But I'll show 7 to 10 comics. I think it's 7 comics that I enjoy and that are still in my collection while I'm slowly bringing things back into my collection. I do have some that I wasn't going to show. I would typically probably have shown it, but I decided not to. Mix it up just a little bit. Things you probably guys haven't seen in my collection in a long time. So the first one here is Grant Morrison, Sean Murphy, Joe the Barbarian. If you haven't read this is a really amazing book. I would suggest get the trade. Give her a good read. Vertigo Comics. I'm not sure when this came out, maybe 2010. But this was something really cool. It's about a kid who has low blood sugar, I think it was, or something like that, or diabetes, diabetes. Diabetes, and he didn't get in time to get his food or whatever, and he starts hallucinating, and these are all of his toys, and they're trying to help him get down the stairs just to get to the kitchen to eat, to get his blood sugar back up so he doesn't die, basically. So this was a really, really cool book. I really enjoyed this comic. Next one is one of my favorite comic books. It's Excalibur. This is the Sword of Dawn. Right? It doesn't say. Anyways, it's the Sword of Dawn. This is basically the first appearance of Excalibur as a team. Not the first appearance of these people, but the first appearance of Excalibur as a team. This was one of my first ones that I really read and enjoyed. Chris Claremont. So if you guys haven't checked that one out, maybe you guys should. I don't know if you guys read comic books anymore. I don't know. Does the community read comic books anymore? I don't know. But if you do, those are 2 good reads. If you actually want to read a book, those are some good ones. This one I haven't even read. Never even read it. Right here. This is the first appearance of Hong Kong Phooey. One of my favorite books. My aunt got me this for Christmas one year. It was Christmas? It was Christmas. She got it for me for Christmas. So it's pretty dope. Hong Kong Phooey was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. So it was cool to go ahead and look this up. This is back when they had comic book database. When you go ahead and look that stuff up and you can actually find what a true first appearance was, and this was it. And these are all books that I would love to get slabbed one day. But hey, now here goes a book that I've done a video on recently, which just got back into my collection, and I'm super stoked about it. This is Ultimate Fallout number 4, first appearance of Miles Morales. Very happy to get this. This came from my buddy Marty over at Comic Book Fanatics. Hooked me up with this. Love it. It's still in the poly. Great book. Everybody knows this book. So yeah. And then the next book that I just got back into my collection again is this one right here, Matt Fraction's Hawkeye. This is an amazing read. I enjoyed every bit of this read all the way up to the point where they broke off and did a Kate Bishop run, which was only like 4 issues or something like that, and then they brought back Clint, and then they went back to the Clint thing. But it was really good, and then they stopped for a little while because if I'm not mistaken, Matt Fraction almost died or something like that, and then he finally finished it with issue. I think this run went all the way up to like issue 22 or 23, something like that. But this is a really great read, really great. One of the first trades that I ever read, so that's a good one to check out. There is one that's in between this and the next books I'm going to show. I just forgot. I just thought about it right now, and I'm not going to pause this to go get it. But I'll tell you, it is Green Arrow Quiver by Kevin Smith. That would be one of my comic books that should be slabbed. I love that run. That run was great. 16 issues. Read it in a trade paperback form if you want. Good book. You should check that out. Kevin Smith, Green Arrow Quiver. It's one of the better ones. Kind of like Longbow Hunter. It was good. This one here has been in my collection forever. It's all-time favorites. It is beat to shit. This is Tales of Suspense 57, man. First appearance of Hawkeye. Hawkeye is my man's pots and pans. I didn't know if there was a backing cord in the back. My wife is giggling for some unknown reason. Yeah, man, like it's a great book. It's beat up. I mean, it is beat up through here. The back is beat up. Shipping all through here. This is when I was actually talking to Cholula Comics. I think I might go ahead and have him get this slabbed for me. Yeah, it's one of those ones that needs to be slabbed to preserve where it's at. I mean, I don't even expect this thing to get a good grade. But yeah, first appearance of Hawkeye. It's pretty dope. Need to get it slabbed. Now, here goes 2 books. I have 2 that are slabbed. I'm showing you my only 2. The first one is an awesome comic. If you want to read a stupid comic book that is funny, and you're into the old 80s, 90s action movies, this comic book will hit you in every way. The covers will hit you in every way. The writing, the way things are said, it's great. And that's this book right here. I did a review on this book a long time ago. This is Amerikarate #1. This was actually all this was signed. This was all signed and done, all at the Las Vegas Comic-Con that my buddy Captain Cole went to. And I told him, I was like, hey man, can you go there and talk to these guys and get this signed? You know, he was like, yeah, for sure. And so he went there, and you know, I've been talking to these guys here, Brockton McKinney and Corey Kelman. I was talking to both of those guys through Twitter and stuff like that, and I was supposed to do an interview with them. I never got around to doing that, but they did sign my comic book and hook the comic book up, if I'm not mistaken, for free. It's been a while since like 2017 since that happened, but I believe they gave it to him for free, and they signed it. Let me put it. They drew the beard on, gave the baby looking guy a tooth. Lovey Frost signed it. Drew a mask on this guy. This one over here, put a little something there, put a little yummy there. Pretty fun. And this is PGX graded. It was actually on-site grading. I think it was like one of the only times you ever seen PGX at a convention, and they went ahead and graded it on site, which is crazy. And it got a 9.2, nothing too crazy. And then the last but not least, another one of my big favorites in my collection that just won't go anywhere. It's gonna stay. Is this one right here. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zero, graded by the Nowhere to Be Found Vault. Graded at a 9.4. Extraordinary. You see that near mint. Flat and glossy, minimal wear, original staples, tight, flat spine, white to off-white, which is weird because these new comic books don't get off-white, and odorless, and inks were bright and shiny, as to be expected by a brand new book like that. So yeah, and then they also called it a variant. They actually called this the Comics Pro Green Ranger Edition. This is actually not Comic Pro. This was a what was this? Was this the 1 in... I think it was a 1 in 100? I think this was the 1 in 100, and the White Ranger was like the 1 in 50. Can't remember. But the Comics Pro exclusive was actually the Red Ranger helmet with the shield. That was Comics Pro. They released that in Portland. No. Was it Portland? I think it was at Portland. It was either Portland or Emerald City. Emerald City, they released that. They released that book, the Comics Pro exclusive, in Washington at the Emerald City Comic Con. That one, they have no clue how much the print run was. They said it was only released to however many dealers were at the convention for that Comics Pro meeting, and they gave it all out. I had one. I had it graded as well. It was a 9.6, I think, from Vault, and I sold that. But I kept this one because this one I liked more, and it means more to me because Green Ranger was my guy. So, yeah, that's it, man, for my slabs. Just the 2. But I felt I should show you more and tell you ones that I would love to get slabbed. And these are the ones. So, yeah, that's it. This was a tag by Triple C. So I appreciate Triple C thinking about me when it comes to these comic books. And no one really pays much attention to me anymore in the comic book world, which is nice sometimes because I do my cards. I could show you some slabbed cards if you guys want to see that. I only have 3 of those because I don't slab cards very much. But I do have one book that is going to get graded. It is with Cholula right now, getting pressed. So if you need any pressing, talk to Cholula. Cholula Comics, he does some pressing. He does a really good job pressing. And he's submitting my New Mutants 98 for me, which is a, the barcodes. Newsstand edition New Mutants 98. So that's one that I can't show because it's going to get graded. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I'm supposed to tag some people. God, I don't really know many people anymore in the community to see if they want to show some stuff. So if you follow me and you collect comic books and you want to join this top 10 slabbed thing, go ahead and do it. I apologize for not really knowing who to tag because I know a lot of the people that was tagged by Triple C are the people that I probably would have tagged anyways. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks, Triple C. Thank you for everyone for watching.